Hi everyone, welcome to Barbie Love. I'm going to have a haunted Halloween starting October the 24th, the whole week before Halloween. You don't want to miss it. I'm going to be telling tales from my family and from my husband's family. Some of these are true. Some of these are hundreds of years old and they're legends and folklore. But we're going to have a good time with that. So I hope you'll join me. George is going to be here. I'm going to be telling some stories, some ghost stories, some witch stories, and some kind of just strange stories that were handed down on my husband's side of the family for generations and generations. They were written down and recorded in the 1950s. So some of those I may be reading. Now I'm going to be saying these with a lot of Southern words, the way they spoke it back in the day when they recorded it. And I have a pretty Southern voice anyway, and I know a lot of these words anyway, but I thought I'd give you a little heads up on some of them right now. So in the hills or the mountains of Kentucky, there was lots of panthers, but they didn't refer to them as panthers in the stories. Oh no, they're called painters. Yeah, painters, like when you paintbrush. So those painters, they tear you up. That means they kill you. This one you may have never heard, charm. The charm refers to something that's really smelly. I guess it comes from the word carnage. So charm is used when you want to describe something utterly disgusting. Charm. I grew up with that one. Heard that quite a bit. Oh, that smells like charm. A ghost is referred to as a haint. A house, a haunted house, is referred to as a haunted house. The haint can have another meaning also. It can mean, I ain't gonna do that. And ear, a lot of the stories on my side of the family and my husband's for years and years were handed down mouth to ear, but they didn't say ear, they said year, like Y-E-A-R, year. So this is a year. Holler. Holler can have two meanings also. A hollow log is holler, and you can say, don't holler at me. Irish. The word Irish is going to be pronounced arsh. There's an arshman. Give me an arsh potato. A chimney is referred to as chimney, and I grew up saying chimney. Yes, I did. If something's pretty, like Barbie, got my pretty swirl ponytail here, it's referred to as purty. So Barbie, you're going to look so pretty in this masquerade ball outfit. I'm dressing her up for her Halloween party, and Barbie wants to hear the story. I'm going to leave you with a short little, sort of a little riddle, little rhyme, ghost kitty type. My grandkids really like this one growing up, and it's just a little short, cute one. So now I'm going to have some real ones. I can't verify they're real. I can only verify that the person that told these stories to me claimed they were real. Also, the ones from my husband's side, probably not real, but they're just old legends. And maybe they are. Who knows? But folklore was a way of entertaining people. They didn't have TVs and television, so from generation to generation, just like Jack and the Beanstalk and the Three Little Pigs, there's stories, and I have variations of those stories also written down, and some things that they use for entertainment. And they really liked to scare kids back in those days. But anyway, Barbie is getting ready, and I'm going to tell you this short little ditty. So way back in the hills of Kentucky, at a graveyard, on Halloween night, 12 midnight, on a cold, windy night, you go to this graveyard. Don't be too scared now, Barbie. Don't be too scared now, Barbie. You go to this graveyard and you go way back into the right side of the graveyard and you look for a headstone that has the name Mr. Jones on it. And Mr. Jones, you go up to his grave, 12, midnight, Halloween, cold, windy. And you say, Mr. Jones, what are you doing down there? I say it 3 times. Mr. Jones, what are you doing down there? And the 3rd time, Mr. Jones, what are you doing down there? And he's going to say, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Like, share, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed that little prelude to my show of Sue's Haunted Halloween. And I've got some really, really some scary ones coming.